In this brief tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the process of installing the Search and Play app on a PC. Now, in this case, what we're doing is we're working on a Windows 7 machine. This will also run on Windows XP as well as on Windows 8. And it's possible that it may even run on earlier versions, though we haven't tested it. So if you have any problem with an older system, let us know and we'll see if we can't give you an installer that will work there. We're going to start at the very beginning and we're going to download and do the installation right now. So here on your download page, you can just click on the download link right here. And it'll ask you if you want to install it. And you can just say run. So I'll just click there. Now, one of the things that will happen is that you'll get this little warning that says that Search and Play could harm your computer. It won't harm your computer. The reason it says that is because we didn't want to pay the extra money because we're giving this away. We didn't want to pay the extra money and frankly go through all the extra hassle of officially registering the application with the people at Microsoft. Typically you have to pay a fee for that and it's a pretty involved process. We just didn't want to do it. So this is one of those programs that because it's not in their registry, they do not recognize it and therefore they let you know that it could, that is a possibility, it could harm your computer, but it won't. We've tested this pretty thoroughly and there's nothing in here that will hack or crack or steal your identity in any way. It won't harm your computer and it won't harm you at all. So as long as you feel comfortable with that, we'll just click on Actions right here and more options right there, and then you can just tell it to run it anyway. So I'll just click that now. And it pops up another warning again because it doesn't know the publisher, doesn't know us. So you can just click yes, it's okay to install this. Now the first thing it'll do is it'll let you know whether or not you've already got QuickTime installed on the computer. This, by the way, is version 1.01. We put out an earlier version yesterday, which was 1.0, and we've added this added step to make sure that you have QuickTime installed. So if you don't have it, it'll pop up this little window and it'll ask you if you'd like to install it now. So just go ahead and click yes. Now when you do that, it's going to pop up a little window here and it'll tell you that once it installs QuickTime that you'll then have to rerun the installer. So let's go ahead and click OK here. Now what it'll do is it'll just take you to the QuickTime website and we'll just go ahead and cancel here and let's just click download now. You don't have to put in an email address to do this download, by the way. So down here it's just saying, do you want to install QuickTime? And we'll say yes, go ahead. And we'll just click through the installation process here. I'm going to uncheck the desktop shortcut for QuickTime because you really don't need that. It doesn't hurt if you have it, but it's not required. So let's just click install. Okay, so it just finished up. So let's just click finish. You don't need to go pro, so just click no thanks. And that gets our QuickTime installer. So now that we've done that, and let's just click here to do the download again. And just as before, we'll just click Run. And as before, we'll accept the download. Click on Actions. Click on More Options, and then Run Anyway. Click Yes. And let's go ahead and hide our browser window here so we don't have that in the way. So let's just go through the installer now. We'll just click Next. The README section here is not essential, but you may want to look through it. I do talk here about installing iTunes. I also mention down here that you can find out more about installing the Swing Thing library for iTunes. That's a $99 purchase from us, and if you do decide to get that, you would end up getting the entire Swing Thing library. The unabridged library takes about 60 gigabytes, and we actually also offer to send that to you on a flash drive so that you don't have to take up room on your computer with that big library if you don't want to. So that's just something to look into, and if you are interested in that, you can just copy this and paste it into a web browser and go read about it. You'll actually be given another opportunity to find out about the Swing Thing library for iTunes once we've installed it. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. So for now, let's just continue on with the installation and click Next. Now it will save this in your Documents directory, and that's the really the right place to put this. You don't normally want to install this right into the program files. So just accept the default and click Next. And you don't have to worry about a program group. It will put a shortcut on your desktop for you. We'll click Next again. And then finally we'll just click the Install button to finish with the installation. All right. Now by default this is checked and it would just launch it as soon as you click Finish. I'm going to uncheck that only because I want to show you something before we launch it. So I'll just uncheck that and click Finish. Okay, so now we've actually got it installed, and you'll notice it did put a little Search and Play icon on your desktop. I just wanted to show you that if you ever want to uninstall this, just go into Programs and look for Search and Play, and you'll see that we've added a uninstaller. So you can just launch that if you ever want to remove this program, and it'll take it out. All right, let's go ahead now and launch Search and Play. I should mention that the first time that you launch this program, it takes a little bit longer to load than normal, and that's just because it's kind of registering itself within your system. It's taking even longer on this computer because in this case I'm actually running a virtual machine. In other words, this Windows machine that you're seeing is actually running on a Macintosh, and it runs a little bit slower because it's sharing the processor with my regular Mac features that are going on in the background. You can put in any username that you want. I'll just take the default. It doesn't really matter, and then just click the OK button. Now the first time this opens, it'll take up your whole screen. What I recommend doing is there's this little button up here that will reduce it down to a more manageable size. And what I would probably do is even drag this in a little bit so that it doesn't have to take up the entire screen. You can make this a little bit taller, and if you've got the room, you can just grab it on the bottom and make it bigger. And that comes in handy. I'll show you why in a minute. It's not necessary, but if you've got the screen real estate, you may want to do that. Now, if you do want to find out more about Swing Things for iTunes, you just click in here, and this will take you to a page where you can then read about it, and then you can just click here if you would like to. It's actually just a little under there. Just click there and it will launch a web browser and let you find out more about this. But in this case, I'm just going to click this button that says click here, or click here to start searching the Swing Thing show. Now the first time that you launch this, you'll see this window that has these tutorials. There's a getting started tutorial here which will give you some quick advice on how to take advantage of this, and there is a few others here that you may also be interested in. Advanced searching is advanced and it may not be necessary for most of you. Scheduling shows, this is if you happen to be a broadcaster and you are running these shows on your radio broadcast or internet streams, and would like to keep track of which shows you ran and when you ran them so that you don't run them too often. And that's what this tutorial is about right here. This one down here for installing Swing Thing into iTunes, iPod, iPad. This is if you get the Swing Thing for iTunes library from us, and then this tutorial would show you how you would actually put that into your system. Downloading shows is a feature that we've added that would allow you to download individual shows and keep those shows on your computer. Maybe that's one show in particular that you want. You can just get it. You can download it for free. You will have to get a login account with us, but just go ahead and watch the downloading shows tutorial, and then it'll tell you how to contact us so that you can get a download login, and then you'll be able to go in and download one, or for that matter the entire library. But it's a large library, and I can understand wanting to download a few shows here and there, but to get the whole thing, it's really better to go through us, and then we can put it on a large external flash drive, and that way you won't have to wait for 2 or 3 days to download 60 gigabytes worth of library. So anyway, right here it says start searching and listening right up here, so you just click on shows, and now you're ready to go basically. Now I'll just very briefly, because I've mentioned resizing this window to make it larger by dragging down on the bottom. The reason for doing that is if you want to play the show in an external window, you can click here on Start the Show, and you can see that what it does is it pops up this little player. I'll just pause that. So this little window up here takes up some of the space on top, and that's why resizing this, making it larger so that it will fit your screen a little bit better, is a good idea. I'll just resize it just a little bit here, and maybe make it just a little bit wider. It'll remember this the next time that you go to run it, so we'll just do that. Now if you close one of these little external player windows, it'll resize, and then the next time you go to run it, everything will fit nicely. Another way you can do this is to just choose from this drop down up here, play in this window only, and if you do that, it'll play right here. If you want to do a search, just type a search in here for whatever you're looking for. I'll just type in Hampton, and either click this do this search button or just hit the enter key on your keyboard, and then it'll find all the shows with Lionel Hampton. You again can just go back to the help section and watch the getting started to learn a little bit more about those searches. So that's basically it. Now we'll go ahead and close this down, and I will relaunch it again just to show you that after the first time that you launch it, it will take you directly, it'll always show this opening screen here. As soon as you click here, it will take you right into the Smart Search list area, and this is where most people will spend their time. So we hope you enjoy the program. If you find any bugs or problems or have any complaints or suggestions for things that we might do to make this better, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can always click down here where it says More, and right here you'll be able to see my email address, tim@swing-thing.com, and you can just email me and let me know what you think, and we'll be happy to try and make it better if you have any good suggestions for us. Okay, we hope you enjoy this, and tell your friends all about it, and keep on swinging.